Alright, so I just put a couple tack welds on my header pipe here that I made, and I'm going to finish welding it up and put it back on the motor. Not bad for a piece of tubing and a little stubby that was left on this motor. Alright, so far I have put the gas tank on. I have ran the old throttle cable linkage to the carburetor. It's a slide carburetor. And I actually started it up and it sounded pretty good. I still need to do a kill switch up here. The motor has one here, but I'd like to do one up here so it's a little bit easier to do while you're riding. So right now I'm going to touch up the paint a little bit on it. I got some red and some black. Just going to kind of pretty it up a little bit. Alright, so now I got to take this battery and figure out a way to mount it on this mini bike and go ahead and install the tail light and the headlight. Okay, so I got some pieces of flat stock here. I'm basically going to make a little box for my battery to sit in. And then I've got a little tab that I made. And then this little tab piece is going to go on the top of this side here like that. And then I'm just going to Tech screw it right here. Not perfect by any means, but this will work. Alright, so for the tail light, I cut out just a little piece of flat stock, and this bracket's going to go on here, just like that. So I'm going to mark my two holes. This piece here is going to be grounded to the frame, so I'll also have to make sure that I ground my battery to the frame. so it can get its negative side. And then the positive side will plug in to the back of there. So one of these studs is going to plug into that piece, which is going to touch ground, which will run through the ground of the frame to the ground on the battery. And then the other stud will be connected to this wire, which will run through my switch and back to the positive, and I'm going to connect it up with the lights as well. Alright, so there we go. And I did put a little bit of electrical tape around the metal so it wouldn't touch the back of that little piece there. So my thoughts were I would weld it just like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this side cover off, and I'm going to wire up a kill switch. Okay, so basically what I've done is I piggybacked off of the original kill switch. So this green wire goes down to the switch. This wire goes to the bolt here, right there. So this is going to go to one side of my other switch, and this is going to go to one side of my other switch, and all these tie together with this wire nut here, right there. So now either or switch will stop voltage from going through this wire to our spark plug. So this switch in the on position is breaking the path to ground for the coil. When it is turned to the off position, it brings continuity to ground, thus shorting out your coil and cutting off your spark.